Welcome to Rauta. It's time to talk about some cover music. Now, during the summer I made already 4 episodes of the given topics, metal bands covering non-metal bands, which is sometimes real good fun. Sometimes those covers are actually better than the original ones, but that is not always the case. Learned from my past, decided to include a little bit background this time, not just talking head. Some people were finding pitching why aren't you including the music here? Well, the YouTube is just filled with that, only a few clicks away. And of course you can use your preferred platform. I'm not here to give you the direct links. Use whatever you like. I'm here to give you pointers, give you a little bit of topics, mention the bands, what are differences between the original and all that stuff. Now, without further ado, 5 more metal bands covering non-metal tracks, and I'll put these in order already from, alphabetical order. First, we'll tackle Heaven 17 and Temptation. Here it's gonna spin without the sound for obvious reasons. I don't want to spoil it to you, but you'll get already a little bit of a glimpse here. So this is what happened in the 80s. Yes, it's very cheesy and kind of uplifting. In my opinion, quite of a bad pop song. Never ever imagined it would actually make a good metal song, really. But actually, Cradle of Filth decided to cover this one, and with great taste, I might add. They even did a pretty cool music video, in my opinion, actually really cool music video about the song, turned them into a black metal version of it all. And to my surprise, it's actually a really good song. One of my favorite tracks what Cradle of Filth have ever recorded. So yeah, cover song being one of their best ones. I guess I just said it out loud. It also features Dirty Harry, an American vocalist, as a session member, which makes it even cooler. Not only she has a great voice, she also looks good. So there is a nice dynamic going on with Danny Filth and Dirty Harry. But do yourself a favor, watch it like I did. First, watch the Heaven 17 original version, Temptation, as cheesy as it is. Or at least a little bit. Listen to it before you go to Cradle of Filth version and you'll see the difference. Like said, very easy to just type it on the search bar and let it do the magic. Or you can just listen to it on your favorite streaming services. But I strongly recommend you seeing the videos for both of that. It just creates extra fun. Secondly, we have one of my favorite bands of all time mentioned, Anthrax. Now, Anthrax is, I think, one of the best tracks, or at least one of the most known tracks from the early years is Antisocial, which I already knew back in the days that it would be a cover song of a French band. But never ever I actually had the time or interest to check out the original version. I don't even know why, because I really do love the track Antisocial. This time obviously I had to do it, and I can't say I'm positively surprised. Antisocial's original French version is by Trust, but to my surprise the lyrics are in French, which I was like, wow, I was expecting something else. Yeah, it's a hard rock version, it's not a bad song, and to be honest I can pretty much understand how they decided to translate into the world of metal, or metal language if you will. Because it works so goddamn great in a metal version. The original version, yeah, I guess I could have lived without it. This doesn't feature a video, it's just music, so it doesn't matter which way you go. And as far as I know, Anthrax didn't do a music video of the song either. But Anthrax version is real killer, whereas the original one, I guess, a little bit of an acquired taste, at least in my opinion. Third one is my favorite pop band of all times, I could say, or make a wild guess. It's Depeche Mode. They did a lot of good songs and good albums over the years, and still have been making good music in my opinion. But back in the days, I think when they were peaking, one of their most known songs is Enjoy the Silence. Never been one of my favorites, even though I do think it's a good song, and actually kind of a cool video too. Kind of weird also, but very fitting for a British group. Lacuna Coil, however, decided to make a music video of it and its own metal version of it. And to my surprise, I actually think that Lacuna Coil, which is a band that I never got too much interested in, except for Christiana Scabia, what a beautiful woman she is, they actually made it very, very nice version of it. To my surprise, it's way better than I was expecting, because a lot of bands, when they start covering bands like Depeche Mode, they're gonna fail it. Why? Because they kind of lose the magic on the way and somehow seem to think that adding this and that element and making it metal somehow makes it good because the original song is good. Well, unfortunately not so. But Lacuna Coil, however, to my surprise, made a good version of that. And because it comes with a music video, I can recommend you to check it out. Then another one, which is kind of weird, unexpected, was on the list, Day Tripper by the Beatles, the best-selling band of all times, one of the most favored, loved, and whatever bands of all time. Never made any impact to me, but I mean, I kind of get it. They were early on, they were pioneers, they were skilled, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Now, Day Tripper to me is a way too uplifting and happy, kind of a goofy song. Then again, it's over within 3 minutes, so can't really feel like, oh man, they're like overextending its stay. It's just one of those old school rock and roll songs, and that's it. Now, Typo Negative decided to make their own version of it. And while I'm not a big Typo Negative fan, I mean, they did some great stuff in the gothic department, and obviously Peter Steele had a great voice and all, but they did a nice version of that. Obviously, it sounds quite different, and the Day Tripper medley, which is, I guess, called officially, is a lot longer because it's just not this one. But they made it work. I'm not a big fan of the cover song either, but at least it's actually quite nice of a cover, or as a cover it's really, really good in a way. But I mean, it pales in comparison to a lot of Typo Negative's own songs. Definitely worth checking out, and like I said, you don't have to watch a video of this, but for Beatles, it is available if you want to take a look at the video. Not much to see really, and with Typo Negative I don't think there is even a video, so you can just stick to the audio. And last but not least, one of my favorites is the favorite when it comes to heavy metal is W.A.S.P. W.A.S.P. covered early on in their career I Don't Need No Doctor from Ray Charles, another veteran musician back in the days. Never been listening to Ray Charles' own music, but I mean, this song is definitely a decent one. It goes way back, and obviously even W.A.S.P. cover goes way back. I think it was a bold move to cover such an old school rock and roll classic with a heavy metal style. And this is, in my opinion, how you probably should do it. Cover a song that is different from your own style and old enough, so it actually makes more sense. Black metal band covering a black metal track, or death metal band covering a death metal band doesn't really make that much of a sense, at least to me. But these kind of different interpretations are so much more fun. Now, for Ray Charles, I don't think a video exists. I didn't do proper searching, but as far as I know, I don't think there's a real video, but I don't know, maybe there is. Well, W.A.S.P., there is, and it's actually pretty goofy, fun cover from the 80s. Kind of shows how wonderful it might have been back in the days to see that. W.A.S.P., I've seen it many times, but not in the 80s, obviously. Now, when it comes to deciding where the original version or cover version is better, for Temptation, Cradle of Filth, obviously a lot better. That can I actually can enjoy. Heaven 17, not so much. For Antisocial, Anthrax version, so much better. For Depeche Mode versus Lacuna Coil, well, I get pretty much, think you already know my answer. Obviously, Depeche Mode version is better, the original one, not the cover. For the Beatles versus Typo Negative, yeah, my vote goes to Typo Negative, and you already know it with the last one as well. I definitely would like to listen to W.A.S.P. version over Ray Charles. Not that there is anything wrong with Ray Charles. I am just more interested in heavy metal. And that being said, W.A.S.P. is my all-time heavy metal favorite, but this song ain't one of those favorite songs. So as you can see, this is a pretty varied list and all that stuff. I'm not gonna include links in the description box because, like I said, if you want to check them on YouTube, you can just type the names here, now you know them. Or if you want to listen to them on your preferred streaming software, you probably know how to do it as well. So even if you want to watch videos or whatever, just type the goddamn names right there. I'm not gonna include official or unofficial links, even less. So there it is, and I guess I will be doing a few more episodes of this one because it's actually fun to listen to the original ones and the new ones, and maybe this will spark your interest in doing your own cover should you have a band and you feel like someone has been really inspired you. So off you go, enjoy these ones, be it holiday or having a drink with friends or just for your own fun. I think doing covers can be really a lot of fun and sometimes teach you a thing or two, especially if you're a musician. If not, well, be it as may. Now off you go, and if you have more suggestions of bands, metal bands, covering a non-metal band, let me know in the comment box and I will pick the ones that are fitting for the concept. I already have quite a few of those in my list, but doesn't hurt to have a few more, right? Now off you go, see you soon, bye bye.